I went to Italy to capture this photo. And then I took a bunch of other ones. Basically, I found the most photogenic spot in Italy. This is Manarola, a small coastal town that's part of a national park made of 4 other small towns called Cinque Terre, and it is gorgeous. This UNESCO heritage site is located on the west coast of Italy, and my first thought when I was looking for photography spots was, I have to go here. So I booked my ticket to Italy, landed in Venice, and then took an 8-hour train out west to spend the night in this charming town. And it was every bit as charming as I saw in the photos online. When I arrived in Manarola, I had a couple of hours before sunset and decided to explore the town a bit. The town itself is something straight out of the movies. Small walkways between brilliantly colored houses, cobblestone paths, gorgeous views of the hillside, and water that feels so refreshing to swim in on a summer's day. So I'm at the viewpoint here. I'm like an hour and a half early for sunset, thinking that I would have to fight for a spot with all the tourists that I've seen. But it seems like everybody just like comes and takes a photo, like just like underneath me here, or they try and like eat at the restaurant right below it as well. So they just take a photo and then go on. But then that's the viewpoint. Nobody else is here. There's just me and one other photographer that was right behind me, and then he kind of cleared out. I took my photos. I think I'm gonna come back in an hour and a bit later on just to capture sunset, and yeah, hopefully get it. See ya. After dinner, I grabbed my camera and tripod and headed for the viewpoint as the yellow light started to take over the area. I got there just in time to set up my gear, and the best part was, no one else was around. I picked my spot, framed my image, and waited. As the sun started going down, I was every bit as excited as I thought it would be, to see that orange glow from across the sea hitting the town with that radiant light. Before this, I still had some doubt it would look as nice as I had imagined it. Unsure if flying all those miles was worth the trouble of getting here, that the photos online were heavily exaggerated, or that the weather wouldn't cooperate on the one day I would be here. Those doubts started to disappear as soon as the town began to shine more in the orange light. I lined up my frame and took the shot, and smiled, knowing it was worth it.
So that was it. I got the shot I came here for. As the sun came down and blue hour took over, I took a few more photos for the collection. I started to pack up, but as it got dark, I noticed that the town had one more amazing shot in it. Looking at the town lights with the night sky behind it, I had a feeling that I should come back later in the evening when all of the lights were turned on and I could see the stars. I left for the evening to come back for a few hours later to that same spot and capture this, which is now my favorite shot. Everything about this one shot came together. The lights from the houses, the reflection of the water, the clear skies where you can see the stars. This is the photo that I show people when they ask how was my trip to Italy. And I will never forget how happy I was after this moment. I packed up my gear satisfied, headed back to my hotel for the night, and got ready for tomorrow to explore the rest of Cinque Terre. The next day I woke up early, took some sunrise shots, and explored the seaside a bit more before leaving the town, satisfied I had got all the shots I wanted. I was happy knowing that all the pre-planning, getting here early, and coming back at different times was all worth it, because every shot here was breathtakingly beautiful, solidifying Manarola as one of the most gorgeous places I have ever photographed.